Hi everybody, welcome to Club Ed for another installment of ukulele lessons brought to you by Arts at the Palace in Hamilton, New York. We're going to learn a bunch of songs today, cover reading tab, ukulele tab. Let's start with an old folk song called Tom Dooley. And again, all the chords and lyrics will be at the end of the lesson that you can print. Tom Dooley with an F chord and a C7. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, poor boy, you're bound to die. F, 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 stand F, F, C7, 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 and finally back to F. So you'll notice I was doing a couple things there. A very simple strum is just the thumb strum. If you want to get a little more advanced, I use a thumb up, down, up, thumb up, down, up, thumb up, down, up, thumb up, down, up. And again, it's just a tickle with the first finger. Think of it as if you were going to tickle somebody, you wouldn't dig in, you would hurt them. You would just go, little tickle. And that's all your first finger's doing. And you see how lightly I'm strumming that. You have a tendency for beginners to fight the strings in the upstroke, so just make sure you let your finger glide over them, don't dig in and force it. It's a very light touch. So again, that's a thumb up, down, up, thumb up, down. We use that a lot on the ukulele. Let's talk about playing some guitar tabs. Ukulele tabs. I'm doing a ukulele lesson, aren't I, today? You'll look at the Tom Dooley tab that I'll have at the end of the lesson. Again, there's 4 lines, and the bottom line that you'll see is the string that's closest to you, the 4th string. The 3rd string, the 2nd string, the 1st string. Okay? The one that's furthest away from you is the 1st string. Don't get mixed up and think of it as how you look at it. You'll see some numbers on those. Those indicate the frets that you're going to play. And for now, whatever finger we're going to use will be determined by the fret that it's on. In other words, first finger will play the 1st fret, second finger will play the 2nd fret, 3rd finger will play the 3rd fret. So we're starting out with so you can see that they're ascending in the first 2 measures. And just take your time and go through that real slow. So you'll be able to play, if you've got a buddy that plays the ukulele with you, one of you can play the chords, and the other one can play the melody. It's a great thing to do, is get together with other people and have fun with this instrument. Okay, another one is a classical piece, Beethoven's Ode to Joy. A little more complicated, but it's fairly simple. Okay, that's the first part. I'm playing these all with my thumb. You can use a pick or another finger, doesn't make much of a difference. I just prefer my thumb. Second part goes. Pretty straightforward. Again, just figure out what fret you're playing of what string. So each time you look at something, you're going to think of what string is it on, what fret is it on, what finger am I going to use. After a while, these become intuitive, and they'll just do what you're going to use your closest finger. So it shouldn't be much of a problem. Just take your time. It's learning a new language when you first start reading these, and deciphering the hieroglyphics is always a little bit of work. Wabash Cannonball. great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore. She climbs the flowery mountains, over the hills and by the shore. You're mighty tall and handsome, she's quite well known by all. She's a regular combination of the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar. She glides along the woodlands, o'er the hills and by the shore. The mighty rush of the engine hears the lonesome hobo's call. No chances can be taken on Wabash Cannonball. Again, I'm just using a very simple, or the one I mentioned earlier, the thumb up, down up. Or you can just use a simple thumb up, down. Okay, well, that's our lesson today. Hope you had a good time. Enjoy these songs. Everybody knows them, so take your time and learn them. And get together with some other people and play. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.